Hello. It's time for our live today. How is everybody doing? Hello. So who's gonna craft along? I know I kind of posted a little bit late because you know me, I'm just coming in the morning and figuring out what's gonna happen today. So I hope that some of you watching today are gonna craft along. It's gonna be a fun little project, and you know, a page that you might not be able to get it completely finished in a half an hour, these 2 pages, but you'll have good enough to where you may just have to add some embellishments. So, you know, I like that idea of having some cute, quick scrapbook pages. Well, hello, hello. Oh, hello, Sharon. Nice of you to join. I did order the molds, yes, but you're under no obligation, Dagny. Hello, and hello, Rhonda, and hello, Auntie. How are all you ladies doing today? And who's gonna craft along? If you didn't read the post, you can grab some supplies right now really quick while we're waiting for people to pop on, and we can create this little 2-page spread. Hello, Lori. Hello, Pam. Nice of you to join. Oh, yeah. Well, you can always do the replay, right? If you're not going to craft along. Oh, I'm trying to think. They, I think, are supposed to arrive at my suppliers. I'm just looking at my calendar here. What's next week? On the 13th. And then hopefully either next Friday or the week after. Good job that you're doing fantastic, Sharon. Glad to hear it. Just making sure I'm getting everybody's names entered into our draw here. So nobody's gonna craft along with me? That's okay. I'll just explain and we'll see how it goes, right? Okay, so then a couple things. The retreat, only 3 spots left. So there is probably about 3 ladies out there interested. So if you're one of them and you're listening, you better register. Spots are filling up fast. And yes, I know it's oh, good, Sharon. Awesome. That's perfect. Yes, Dagny, it's been a rough week, hey, with Tumbler Ridge getting evacuated and all of that. I can't imagine what everyone is feeling and going through. Same as a couple weeks ago when it was, you know, up past Fort St. John. All we can do as ones that are minimally affected is pray and send our well wishes and help out in any way that we can, right? So I speak on behalf of all of you. I'm sure that, you know, our hearts go out to everybody, and if there's anything we can do, I'm sure that we're all ready to pitch in with whatever we can do, right? And okay, and so then the retreat, and if any of you have registered for the retreat and didn't realize about the goodie bags, go back and check on that. So basically when you register for the retreat, everybody who's coming gets a goodie bag, but if you want to add on or update your goodie bag, there's 2 different options, and there'll be lots of goodies, lots and lots of goodies. So go and check that out if you're interested, because you don't want to miss out on that, and they're limited quantities. So all right, so let's get on with this, and then we can talk about a few other things after. Okay, so you guys ready to go? You got your trimmer out and you got your papers. Are you using packages that are coordinating, or did you just randomly grab some papers? Let me know. Oh, and then I also, before I switch, look, I wanted to show you this cup I got. Look at that, what it says, Creative Juices. So does anybody want to guess what's in here? This is my creative juices flowing. Isn't that awesome? An awesome cup. This was sent to me by the ladies at Catherine Pooler Designs. When I did my very first order for the store, they sent me this little mug, so it's perfect. I love it. Wouldn't it be great at the retreat, hey? Creative juices? Coordinating, grab from... Hello, Wanda. You're just watching? You're not going to craft along? Well, that's okay, because you can always go back if you... if you decide you do want to try the layout. If you go under the Infinity Crafts Facebook page and go into events, all of our Facebook Lives are listed on there, and you can rewatch any of them. All right? So, I'm just going to show you quick. I am using the Be Happy paper pack from Paper Rose. I've had this stashed in my stash for a while now, and I thought, well, when I decided to do this craft along, I thought, let's use this. It'll be cute. So I'll just show you the papers really quick. I could have went through, I have so much paper here that I could have went through and found some coordinating ones, I'm sure. But since I had this and it's been in my stash, like I said, and I love it, I thought, well, let's just use this. So these are the papers that it comes with. I think it's still available to purchase. I don't have any in the store at the moment, but if anybody's interested, and it comes with die cuts as well, which I didn't have, so I had to fussy cut this page. So this is I don't know that I've seen this in many other Paper Rose collections. You know, it's kind of a page where there's like a mishmash of stuff, so it's nice that you could use it as a cut apart sheet. And then, I mean, it just has a nice simple design on the back. Oh, did I show this one already? I did. I must have missed grabbing one. Oh yes, I did miss grabbing one. This one. This one I used because I had to cut the top off of it for my page. But it has this on it. It was just a little blue strip at the top, and then it's this black hexagon. So the first thing you need to do is select your 2 pages that are going to be your base pages, okay? Hello, Rita. Nice of you to join. Yes. And so if you missed the chat I just said about the goodie bags, go on and check it out. So everybody that is attending will receive a goodie bag. However, there are other options to upgrade your goodie bag and get even more good stuff. And so if you're interested, go on and check that out on the website. Just put in the search goodie bag, and yeah, so if you're interested. So nice to have you along. So for everybody crafting, you pick your 2 base pages, patterned paper, cut your zip strip off first. And for a while, I used to always... I'll just single in one here. I used to always just put my trimmer and line up and just cut the zip strip, but sometimes the papers would turn out to be different sizes. So now all I do is I measure my 12-inch, put it on my trimmer, measure at 12 inches, and I cut it no matter what I'm cutting off. Then I know my paper is true 12 by 12. You have this pack, Lori? That's perfect. I love it. I really love it. I'm really glad that I actually chose this one today because it's just instilled in me how much more I love it. And I love sunflowers, yellow. You know, last week I talked about daffodils and how they were my favorite. I would say sunflowers are probably my close to second favorite because, I don't know, just I like the yellow flowers, I guess. So 2 pages, 12 by 12, cut your zip strips off. Then because this was quite a bold print, I decided to just distress my edges. So I used antique linen on here, and just very simply, I don't know if you can tell on the screen or not, but I just very, very basically you can maybe tell down here in the corner a bit more. I just did a quick edging and distressed all the way around. So do that if you want to. I posted late about grabbing your inks, but if you can... Oh, you made your distress tower? That's awesome. Very cool. So if you want to, go ahead and distress. Doesn't take long. I'm not sure if you both caught on when I added about the ink. And you don't have to, depending on your paper, it might just be perfectly fine. Once I kind of got finished, I decided mine was a little bit bolder than what I wanted it to be. And so I decided to just add that little bit of distressing. You don't have to, but for me, I really liked just making that old antiqued paper look. And antique linen, I'm telling you, I'm doing another project with it right now, which you guys will get to see shortly. And it's like becoming my new go-to, I think. It might be winning out over pumice stone. I'm not sure. Okay, so once you have your base pages done, and I know I may rush a bit, but just put a little quote, little comment if I'm going too fast. So then the next thing we need is 3 coordinating paper strips. So whichever papers you like that sort of stand out to you, we're going to cut 3 strips. So the first one I did was this black hexagon, and so this one will be your strip that'll be near the bottom. Okay, it's going to be lined up to the inside pieces here like this, and then it's going to be 11 inches. So you're going to have a little bit left at the end of your page. So it's 3 inches wide by 11 inches long. So I cut these both out of one page, and then I actually cut the rest of that page to get another piece, which is this piece is the top. So see, it's got the black on the back, but I cut this piece, which I'll tell you in a minute. Oh, the Sweet as Honey pack. Oh yeah, it's that was from Photoplay. This is from Paper Rose, but yes. Yes, of course. And I mean, I'm not going to ever get I won't ever not use pumice stone, I'm sure, but I'm definitely liking this antique linen. It's coming more, I don't know, it's just hit me lately, and I really like it. So 2 strips, 3 inches by 11 inches, and they're going to go near the bottom. Then, if you want to use the other side of this paper, perfectly fine, or find another, then you need 2 strips of 2 inch by 11 inch. Okay, I'm going to put these up here. So like I said, these were just the back, which is why I really like packs that have the double side. Sometimes, I will say, sometimes I don't like them having the colors on both sides because they have nice patterns on both sides, and I really hate that. And then here's your third. So 3 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, all by 11 inches long. So when they're lined up to the center of your page, you're going to have a little bit of a 1 inch spot left here that isn't going to have any paper on it, okay? 3 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch. And you need, of course, double those because we're doing a 2-page spread. So that's kind of how it's going to look. This one, what was on the back of this one? Oh, the cut-apart sheet. Yeah. The cut-apart sheet was on the back of that one. So I only ended up with this much left of that one piece that I cut this off of. But when I cut the top, I liked it had this little bit of gray on the edge of it. And then when I cut the next piece down, it was just too white for me. So then I ended up having to cut the top off of this one as well. So I ended up using maybe a little bit more than I initially thought, but that's okay. And then my cut apart sheet was nice. So of course, you know how cut apart sheets come, right? So I ended up, it has this on the back. Oh, I guess it must have went like that, right? And then I cut these off. And then I continued using these. Now you could fussy cut these out. You could, you know, cut them however you want. And then they are accents for on your page. So how are you doing? Is it good? Are you guys able to keep up? It's mostly just the paper choices, right? And what you're gonna do. So I'm actually now gonna stick mine down. And I'm gonna leave 1/2 inch. I think about 1/2 inch on the bottom of my page. So everybody else watching and just sort of observing this page. What are you all doing today, that if you haven't already said what you are doing? So I like to join my papers up like this just to make sure that my lines are going to be straight all the way across. Okay. Then my next one. This is a really, really simple page, but I find that, I want to do it this way, I think. But I find that using the patterned paper really makes it stand out now. Do I want to do a 1/2 inch spacing? I think I just want to do about 1/4 inch here. Okay, same on the other side. And you can glue these down now or adhere them as soon as you guys are ready with your strips. We don't need to wait because everything else we'll put on top, and you can then do, if you want to use like foam squares or anything else. So I'm not really, I know that people have kind of, a few people that have been in the store lately are kind of have said to me, you know, the reason that they quit scrapbooking is because everything has to be so precise. I am going to work on a class where we can scrapbook and not have to be so precise, so I'm looking forward to that. Hello, Amber. Good of you to join us. We are doing a craft along, so I don't know if you are able to or if you have, but you are welcome to grab some paper and craft along with us. And Rita, are you still watching? It's exciting to have you. I'm excited to meet. So for those of you watching that are, you know, regulars to the store and who, you know, been around and who's been to retreats, we have, I think, at least 4 or 5 maybe new ladies coming. So we will get to meet a whole bunch of new friends. So I'm excited about that. Again, I'm going to go about 1/4 inch, I think. Roughly. What do you think of this black strip on the bottom here? Do you like that on there? Do you think it helps the page to really stand out? I could try to do that. Absolutely, Amber. Yes, I could try to do that. For sure. Why don't you see if you could message me a picture of what you have as scraps, and I will try to pull a page together for you. Hello, Lori. It's okay. Better late than never. Okay, so once we're at this point, we're pretty much done the base. Now, I did not ink these papers. I just left them as they were because I was happy with them. Of course, I mean, both of you that are crafting along and everybody else watching is probably pretty good at knowing whether you want to do more inking or not, right? It's completely up to you. So then the next thing is some paper packs. So I don't know what you chose for papers, but some paper packs, you know, have nice little designs on their zip strips, right? So this is a zip strip that came off my background paper here. So I cut it down to 11 so that it meets here. So we're going to use that as embellishment. And then I cut this one, I don't know, 6.5 maybe, and then I slanted it just to give it a bit different look. So we have those. Then I went, like I said, to my cut apart sheet here, and I started cutting out a few different things. So kind of going forward for the rest of the page, it's sort of up to your discretion as to what you want to put on for embellishments. So I used one of my cut apart pieces, and I cut it to 3 inches by 3.5. And I want it just over, I want it kind of, I think, to, I'm gonna move this just so that you guys can see. I think when I glue it, I'm going to make it bump up to this piece. So then it looks like it's sticking over the black evenly. Kind of have a bit of a 1/2 inch here, and then this piece will fit in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. So did the pages you guys chose, the base papers, did they have zip strips you could use for decoration, or will you maybe have to cut another 1/2 inch piece of paper off of something else to make this little ribbon piece? So it's about, this one's actually thicker than a 1/2 inch, and I even cut some of the paper off that I had to cut off of here. So this one is a bit thicker than a 1/2 inch for sure. All right, and then I'm going to put this one on here. And I don't know where. I'm not too particular. I just kind of eyeball it to see what I like, what looks good. I think I'm going to put it a little lower like that. Now my pictures, I am using these 2 pictures. So I'm going to put my pictures to the one side. You know, it's always good for grouping. If you're a scrapbooker, you know about grouping all your elements. Not back when we used to do creative memories and you just had random things scattered around. Now you group it, right? So you see how I've grouped it kind of down towards the lower corner? That's what makes it pleasing to the eye. So I'm going to glue these pictures down, and I know that you ladies crafting along might not have your pictures, and that's totally fine. I am just more doing it so that you can get the look of the whole page, right? So I'm going to go, I think, about there. Hello, my family. Hello, hello. Cutting your own strip perfectly. Audrey is very sick today, so she's hopefully at home watching, but she might be resting so she can see this. I'll bring these pages home to show her. And then just some little embellishments. I'm going to put this little tag in here, kind of just under the edge of the picture, and center it on this strip. That's cute. Can you read what that is? Home is where my honey be. Where he be. Where they all be, right? So that's kind of one page. I mean, there's more. I'm probably going to add some journaling, maybe do some bit of stamping, but that's kind of the base of it. So again, on this, I'm using my zip strip. I do like that the companies put these little zip strips on here, because it is just a little bit of an extra embellishment that you get to kind of use. And some of the paper packs, which you guys all know I love quotes, you know, they put little quotes and sayings and things on their zip strips, so I really like that. So then I just went ahead and cut just a square piece of paper. It's 2 3/4. No, I think it's actually smaller than that. I think it's 2 1/2. Is that about a 1/4 inch? 1/4 inch? I cut it 3 by 3, and then I took a 1/4 inch off 2 sides. Yeah, so it'd be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I'm gonna just put it here. And my thought was that I would stamp on here or do some journaling, something like that. And I just basically am doing this because as much as I say you want to group things and keep them sort of weighted down to one corner, because these pages are symmetrical, you know, I thought because I have this little cute guy there that I wanted to have something that's sort of matched, but not necessarily the exact same, right? So now I will have these 2 pictures on here. Put them about the same. And then on my cut apart sheet, I went and cut out some of these little characters and some of the little bits, and I've put foam squares on them to pop them up a little bit. So I think, oh no, this guy I was gonna have here, like that, somehow. And then I think this guy might stay on this page too. I'm not sure. Maybe there, like I said, have them grouped a bit maybe, something like that. And then you could add ribbon. On the original sketch I seen, they had another strip along here that was out of ribbon, but you could also add another piece of paper if you wanted that look. whatever other embellishments you want. You know, you could add bling. Just that easy. So it's kind of just playing around, but this basic layout of using the pattern paper in the back and these 3 strips turns out to be a beautiful page, quick and easy. Let me see you guys, Dagny and Sharon, since you were crafting, I want you to please send your pictures of your pages in Messenger so that I can post them and show everybody the craft along. And I will finish mine off too. There's a few other things I still want to add for sure. Some I want to add, like the date, of course, so that we can remember how old the kids were and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's kind of it. It wasn't, you know, that step by step, and I'm sure you guys will probably have to finish off a little, but such pressure. Come on, that's not pressure, and it doesn't have to be today. You can, whenever you get it finished, I'm totally fine with. It's just nice to see, because you guys get to see my work, right? I think it's only fair that I get to see your work, right? Don't you think that's fair? I think it's fair. So what do you think? Is this something that maybe once a month I should do? Kind of look at some really easy, simple, beautiful layouts that we can throw together on a live. And, you know, like I said, this might not be from start to finish, but I feel like it's a simple enough page to just finish throwing your embellishments on and you'll have a page. Yeah, that sounds great. Awesome. So I'm glad that you guys liked it. I'll just show it again here one more time. It's a bit of a glare with the light, but we just had these family pictures taken last fall, so I haven't gotten a chance to scrapbook with them or use them in a lot of my projects. If you haven't noticed, I tend to use my family's pictures in a lot of my projects because I feel that it's at least a way for me to kind of get my scrapbooking in, right? So I might as well put my family pictures on there, and then at least I can say I did a little bit of scrapbooking. And so let me just put these pictures down quick so then I can lift this one up and put these side by side so that I can kind of gauge. I don't know, I mean, I guess I kind of want my pages a little bit more exact to some degree. I think I'm more concerned about it being straight than it perfectly spaced and all of that kind of stuff. But I do want to do a class on some scrapbook pages that maybe are a little messier and you don't have to worry about being so straight on. All right, this guy for sure is going here. Oh, I have some foam dots. I'll do that after. Okay, so then here's this page with my little floaty guys on it. So yeah, I think him there for sure, because I like him kind of overlapping the journal box. The other guy, I'm kind of leaning towards here. Keep it sort of grouped, right? Yes, thank you, Rita, for joining us. See you next week. I know, I love the gnomes too. Perfect. Okay, well, so that's all I have today. The craft social, though, quick, if you are interested in the light up canvas and you can attend the craft social, is if anybody is interested in me doing it as a kit that you can do at home, let me know. I can easily put that together for you, no problem at all. And thank you. Thank you for crafting along with me and for enjoying my beautiful gnome and sunflower paper. I think it's beautiful, absolutely. So give me some ideas what you want to see on some lives, and if you like this idea of sort of, you know, doing some pages and then eventually having a scrapbook, right? Thank you everybody for joining me. I am so honored to have you all join in today. I can't wait to see those finished pages. No pressure, but it would be beautiful to see them. And if anybody else goes back and does some, make sure you share it. I would love to see them. Because the best part is having everybody do the same project and seeing how different it all turns out to be, right? That's the best part of it. So, till next Saturday, have a great weekend. Stay safe, take care, and